Hi, everybody. How are you today? Hi, guys. How you doing? This is Fred Reyes live with my good friend here, Lisette. Is it Lisette or Lisette?
Lisette Trujillo.
Lisette Trujillo. Like I said, guys, at my post, Trujillos have been a blessing in my life, and I'll tell you why. Because years ago, and I was talking, obviously we've been talking for a while.
Yes.
What is Blendship? What is, and I obviously I had to use it for my own stuff, for my mother, and we have Martha here today with us.
Yes.
Also, we wanted to share to our consumers and people we know, because how important it is hospice. Hospice
Yes.
for me when my mother passed away, it was something very hard and something that I didn't had no idea what it was. But when I was talking to you the other night, and we go on for hours talking about stuff, I realized how important that is, and how important it is to people to know, right? Because at the end of the day, I mean, I was thinking, my mom could have had maybe a better nurse, a better something. So you were telling me some good pointers, and I appreciate you, and I'm sure we're gonna get. Her company's name is Blendship,
Yes.
and not only tell her, I said we're gonna create a friendship. So that's what is important, guys, to know about this hospice, and so without I'll go on forever, but I want to
That's okay.
obviously introduce you. This is
Yes.
Lisette from Blendship. She is the CEO of the company,
Hello.
and very excited to meet you.
Thank you.
Un aplauso, un
Fred.
aplauso. Y acá mi amiga Marta.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your company and how did you get involved with hospice?
So I started my company I'm a social worker as well. So basically what happened is, I started to get familiar with the dynamics of the families, how they needed help at home, especially la comunidad de Latinos, Hispanics. A lot of them don't understand what programs are out there for them that the state Medicare cover. So as I was visiting, I started to realize that the more education we do with our Hispanic community, the more they got interested, and they needed that help at home. Because like you said, you could have had a better nurse or whatever the situation is with whoever your mom was with. So I opened a lot of the doors for our Hispanic community. And so that's kind of, I learned it also from school. Social work, my first job was social
And I'm
work.
sure it's not an easy job. I mean,
It's not.
after hearing you guys talk a little bit about this, guys, I'm telling you, I couldn't do it. I mean, just seeing what mom going through, she went through, people I know. I mean, I think it's important for me now knowing that, hey, look, there is other things you can do. And there's certain, you don't come over Latino. I mean, I'm just saying it's education and educating yourself. Like especially in the real estate business,
Exactly.
And that's why, I was very eager to come out here and talk to her, talk to Lisette as far as, what is it that what's the difference? What's the difference from this company to other companies? I mean,
So I believe that we are unique. We're different in the way that we are for the patient. We offer more. We offer more services, and the reasoning why is because of the resources that we have. A lot of companies come to us. They call me for help as well.
So you're telling me other hospice companies will not offer certain things, or
Well, it's not that they won't offer. It's just that they don't know about certain programs that are out there. We have the capability of having caregivers that only charge $12 an hour. And that's the problem that we're running into in the community as well, where, okay, mom and dad are retired. Yeah, they made a good living, so we have a middle class. And so I have the capability of giving them the caregivers that are affordable for their budget. Because if you're looking at the caregiving resources out there in the area, you're looking at about $25 to $30 an hour versus about like $5,000 or $6,000.
And not everybody. I mean, some people, they can't even live off that. I mean, and to have somebody care for you 24 hours.
Yes.
That's tough.
And then if they don't qualify for Medi-Cal, then you don't have the in-home support service. So then that's where we come in with our low-income resources.
It's like our industry. I'm a title guy. I've been doing title for many years, and it's very key how you present.
Yes.
Your company to some. I mean, because everybody, like we were talking earlier with Martha, is service, right?
Yes.
But the thing is your business, and what hospice can do, and do it legally, because I don't know. I mean, I don't know too much about business, but I think it's the right to help people say, look, not only can I do this, but I can go the extra mile.
Exactly.
And that's key. Like that's it. I'm sure everybody's service,
Exactly.
But I'm telling you guys, when I read her email, and it's kind of weird because I was introduced to her by a good friend of mine. She can't be with us today. She's out in Miami. I'm not glad. But what was really neat is because I read her email, and I was really touched by it because you know what? I went through couple of deaths in my family. One of them was my father, one was my mother, and another one was my mother-in-law. And I think, guys, I'm telling you, if I knew what she knows, I mean, yes, obviously, we just went for what they told us, you know? I didn't know we could get certain things, and
you're not thinking at that moment when the doctor
not.
comes into the room where the whole family's surrounded, and the doctor comes out and says, this is the last.
You know, and it's como dices tú, and in the Spanish, I mean, in any community, I think it's like lo que diga el doctor.
Exactly.
And sometimes, you know what? They're not always honest.
No.
And
it's not, and also you're not thinking.
Correct. Correct.
In your head, you're thinking, oh my God, mom and dad are gonna pass away pretty soon. So that's when you just go along with whatever the doctor's saying. Okay, we're gonna send him home with this hospice company, and you're not really given a choice.
Yeah.
You know, and you do have a right. Every patient that is on Medicare and Medicaid has the right to pick whatever company they want.
And see, and that's what the reason you brought that up is because we have Martha here, and Martha is a good friend of ours. I just met Martha as well, but the thing is this: is she was explaining to me what this company has done for your own mom,
correct.
Right?
That's correct.
And her mom is going through some stuff right now. I mean, and I think if you can hear from a person that has gone through that or is going through it, I think it's ideal. So, Martha, what has Blendship done for you and your mom?
Oh my God, Blendship has been a blessing for my family, for my mom, for the entire family. It's really, really, really hard when you have to take care of your parents and you have to work and you have to do everything, and it's a time that you just feel lost, that you feel that you want to give them the best, but it's too much for you.
Yeah, no, it's a burden because I remember
it is, and you just feel like you don't know what to do. And I remember that day I just asked God for direction. I say, please God, give me a direction. How I can do it, how I can keep my mom home, because I have my mom home, and at the same time, provide her with the best quality of life.
Correct.
And that's when I get across with Blendship, and I just feel blessed, that it's been amazing. I go back to life. I go back to normal.
And your mom's taking care of it.
My mom, she's great. She's doing great. She's happy. She's at home. That's what is more important to me. And she's and somebody else is doing the hard work.
Correct.
Because it's nice. It's super
and
fun.
and it's funny because it's good you touch on that, because I feel, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not somebody that knows what's wrong with her. But it's good to know that you obviously with your services, you can provide that service.
And Martha's like a huge example of what I run into. Not only, I don't really look at myself as a CEO. I look at myself as a social worker still.
But I think you have to love what you do. I mean, in this business,
have to have a passion.
she has a lot of heart. I'm telling you, man. I read her email and I was like, oh my God, it was a blessing, because honestly, guys, I'm telling you, when you go through this, and I hope you guys are paying attention, because you don't want to go through something in life when losing somebody is already hard anyways.
It is.
And then trying to find something in the services and also,
it is.
You got to be on that. You got to know.
It's hard, and I felt for her because I run into people like Martha, where mom and dad have Alzheimer's, and a lot of people aren't educated about the disease process, and they are constantly like stuck at home because they might be wandering outside. And not only that, but like she can't walk anymore. So when I heard the distress in her voice, it's like, okay, let's get on the phone.
And Alzheimer's is not something like,
it's hard.
we don't want to deal with it, because I have a cousin, I want to bring her up, but it's like, oh, my dad has Alzheimer's. I go, at the end of the day, dude, she looks normal to me. And it could be that, okay, uno no sabe. But the way you explained it to me the other day, as far as, pointers, because you dealt with people like that, then you understand it. And, and Latinos, man, we're different. Si va a estar jodiendo, forget it.
And the thing is, I've heard patients, family members say, oh, se está haciendo, or,
se está haciendo. Trust me, I heard
they
that.
want attention, and it's like, until they see it in their face with the results of the MRI, the doctor actually explaining it to them, and I have to kind of do a diagram. Hey, this is what's happening, and so that's when they start. Their look on their face is what is priceless. It's like, oh wow, I feel bad because now I was accusing them.
No, she's really sick. I mean, it's like me. I cry wolf all the time. Okay, se está haciendo, no hagan caso. I could be dying and me hacen caso. But I kid you not, guys. This is not something to joke around. I mean, I like joking around.
It's okay, we can't always be serious. We gotta have some laughs in it. But it is. it's hard. You know, there's no way that one person can take care of an Alzheimer's patient. And that's where we come in with resources, CHHA visits, educating the family on the disease process.
Yeah, and you know what, and that it throws me back, because I was talking to a friend of mine, I said, look, man, at the end of the day, think about yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, I have kids, you know, and I tell, as a father, I try to be the best father I can, blah, blah. Al último, those kids better pay attention. They better get a good job. They better have, you know, I think we want to be taken care of, you know, because, you know, for, especially like my dad, for example, we put him in a rest home, and that wasn't our choice, it's just that we didn't have, that's what they told us. And we put him in a rest home, you know, that was tough because he fell. I mean, you know, we come in and he, you know, they have to change him, they don't change him. And these are things that you can avoid if you know
The
who to deal
resources
with.
you have. Exactly.
And the resources, right?
Exactly.
And I think that's what's key.
Yeah.
I mean,
and especially in a Hispanic family, we hate putting our loved ones. And it's against our culture.
yeah, no, hey, trust me, I was in my house at I'm 30. Sácalo de aquí, no, I'm just kidding.
Your dad's probably calling you.
Yeah, but you know what? It's sad because you know what? Honestly, I mean, my dad worked so hard, and I think that's, you know, for them as I mean, I put myself in my dad's shoes, right? I think myself, you know, as a man, you know, I'm the guy, I'm the provider, but when you're sick, it's tough, man.
They have to lift all that torch.
You know, you know, somebody has to come clean you. Somebody has to do all this stuff for you, and that's, as a person, you go like, wow, man, you know.
They feel like they're losing
and sometimes you get embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like it's
children.
Yeah,
like children. Yeah, you're right. And that's something. And that's something that
children.
you know. I mean, and you, Martha, you had your rock for how long? How many years?
My mom.
¿Cuánto? Like, in other words, how many years did you know that she was sick? That's how you loved her.
27 años.
Wow. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, man, that is love. I mean, that's something that's special because not anybody can do that.
No.
I mean, I've seen it in my own family. I love my family, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I mean, I think those that were there for a month, but it is tough, guys. I'm telling you, like, we have to work, and you have to work.
Yeah,
You know,
we still have to support ourselves, her children, you
Yeah.
know. And it takes a team. You literally have to like make a schedule and rotate. Okay, who's gonna visit this day and that day? And if one drops the ball,
Yeah, and I'm not, you know, and that's another thing that it's not. We're not saying, hey, switch all that, you know, because al último, I want to be there with my mom, and you know, and do that. But the thing is, find somebody who can help you.
exactly.
I mean, it's como negocio de nosotros, you know. I'm a type of guy, and you have to find somebody who's going to help your business. I mean, if I know the business, I want to share that with people and say, hey, look, I have compassion, and I want to help you. That's why, you know, when I read your email, I was like, man, she gets it. You know, she's willing to help people, even though you can, you know, say, hey, I'm going to give you what they want, right?
Yes.
And when I say what they want, I just, you know, people that run this whole operation, I don't know, this is all new to me, but
We have a really good team.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of my team.
And that's cool,
I
man.
praise them all the time. And, you know, and I was contracted with different hospice companies before, and I noticed that if you don't praise your team and your nurses, your chaplains, your CHHAs, you know, we do customer calls, and I make sure that they get to, they're aware who said what about, you know, what a good.
I mean, it's like a broker running his office. You know, he has to be alert of his agent, what their agents are doing.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like any business, right?
Yes.
But the good thing is you have compassion, and you've been out through, you know, looking at the people. And I don't know, we were talking the other day, and she's telling me, right, in my business, you know, I seen a lot of people die, and I couldn't even handle my own, you know, my own family, but it'd be tough because
it's tough. It is tough, but you get used to it. You know, you don't want them to be, you know, in
well,
that
les agarras
stage.
cariño, you know, and I think that's the problem. Like with me, I want to be able to, you know, I have a lot of cariño for me, and sometimes I don't know why, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you guys, it's important to understand. And you have a website, right?
Yes, we do. It's www.blendshipinchospice.com.
Okay, so it's www.
It's on
Blendship. Okay, it's on there. Blendship.com.
So it's asking people to log in as a member, but you can log in with Facebook, which is fine.
Yeah, log in to Facebook. I mean, just if you guys want information, first of all, you know, to understand the paperwork. You know what? I mean, I came here, you know, today just kind of. We're going to be doing a lot more interviews and stuff like that, but just to understand, you know, because I told her, look, I have a big network, and some of those people are. I mean, I'm getting older. We're starting to get sick, and diabetes y toda esa. So I'm gonna have to become her best friend. That's why I say,
We'll set you up on top.
yeah, we'll hook you up. But the thing is understanding, you know, and there's certain things, especially the one with we're talking about the Alzheimer's, you know.
Alzheimer's.
I have a couple of friends. Well, not, you know, they're not. It's sort of acquaintances that I know.
Yes.
That, you know, have, you know, are getting that disease, or maybe they have it, or we always say, yeah, se están haciendo. You know, and that's sad, dude, because
they're really sick. It's the disease you're dealing with. It's not the person you knew.
Yeah, it's different, man.
They're getting old. They don't know what they're saying. You know, that's part of the
And that was
disease.
tough. I'm sure, it's talking about it and obviously having your mom. I mean, I thank God, I remember my mom saying some stuff and I think, maybe it's the medicine, but you never know, man, and I'm sure, ese cariño que tú le tienes a tu mamá, that's huge. I mean,
Yeah.
I tell people, man, that have parents, guys, take your mom to cabecito, do whatever, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Exactly.
But-
And we don't force hospice. For example, I'm dealing with my mother who has
Yeah.
cancer, and she's going to start her chemo again.
Yeah.
And do I feel like she's hospice yet? No.
No,
So
yeah.
we're trying to get palliative going.
And
as well.
hospice is more like for, I mean, I'm not saying, like you said, you're
End of
not,
life,
and like,
transition,
yeah,
yes.
because you know what, at the end of the day, is, I'm saying, hey, guys, doctor goes to you and says, hey, maybe got a week to live, or whatever.
Exactly.
That's when you start turning.
Yeah, what we do is we request the physician, their primary doctor.
Yeah,
We
those-
keep in communication with them. And if they don't have a primary doctor, because because I work close with APS cases as
Yeah.
well. So what tends to happen is they're homebound,
Yeah.
and their loved one, they can't pick them up and throw them in the car and say, okay, let's go. No, sometimes if
You
they
need
have
to-
IHP, we'll reach out for them to go to the
Yeah.
mobile doctors. It depends on HMO,
Yeah.
but we do have doctors that are willing to go evaluate,
Yeah.
and because they're reaching out for help,
Correct.
and if they go call 911, they can get admitted for something.
And sometimes when obviously you say in my mom's case, or anybody's case,
Yes.
I'm not gonna come tell you, hey, go to this person.
Yes.
I think that's key, but see, it's like our business, If I
Exactly.
refer somebody,
Yes.
my goal is to refer you to the right person.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm trying to say right now. It's kind of, if I knew you, 8, 10 years ago, I mean, that would have been a blessing because then I know my mom was in good hands,
Yes.
That's kind of what I'm, getting at. Because at the end of the day, it's just like our business. I was telling Martha, she's been in real estate for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I say, look, it's all about service and how I can refer somebody
Yes.
to help her business, right?
And because she's already experienced the services for
Yeah,
herself,
correct.
Then you're gonna see it. You're gonna
Yeah.
say it by what you're seeing for
Yeah.
yourself.
No, it's awesome. I'm telling you, man, that Greg takes special people. Even the earlier you had a nursery, the girl, and she was so funny.
CJJ.
Yeah, blonde girl, but habla español. I go,
Michelle.
that is awesome because
Yes.
I'm telling you, I don't know, man. I think because I've been through it, I think it's very important to find out.
Yes.
Because you don't want to, especially us, man. Latino
Yeah.
or anybody.
I give so much respect to the certified home health aides
Yeah.
because, man, they're more hands on.
Yeah.
Their eyes are on the patient more than the nurse,
Yeah.
more than the social worker, more than the chaplain. more than
And
the
those,
physician.
y como lo ella está platicando, she was telling me, hey, I go and have to clean them and do all this stuff. Guys, I'm telling you, man, it is a tough deal
It's tough.
when you have to clean, your mom or dad, and for them, I'm sure it's even tougher.
Yeah.
But we do it out of love,
Yes, exactly.
But I think if you have the right person,
Yes.
to people, they're gonna feel more comfortable.
Yes.
Y no les da pena,
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's important to obviously, I want to have you more, have it more, get more involved on certain things
Yes.
about hospice.
We are very different because we are not about the profit. So basically, what we're going to do in the future is we're starting a couple of programs. One for veterans,
Yeah.
a homeless shelter. It's about giving to the community. Just reach out.
Yeah.
We're going to donate as much as we can.
And those are things, that really got my attention because, obviously we do things, we make good money, we want to do stuff for the community. Sometimes we do it because we want to, sometimes we want to because people want to film you,
Yeah.
Come on, guys, do it out of your heart. I believe that sometimes you don't have to record all that stuff. You don't have to prove to the world that,
Yeah.
just do it, right?
Yeah. Don't
So,
hate.
hate it.
Don't be a hater.
Me estás regalando
Don't
y
be a
lágate
bully.
pedo, no, just kidding. At the end of the day, I obviously want to,
Yeah.
say thank you for your time. I mean, I'm sure I want to continue to educate people. I want to have them, do more shows. And that's important, guys. I'm telling you that, we should talk about stuff like that.
There's so- They're calling already.
So, guys, we wanted to just share with you, what's where are we located?
We're at 87. Well, right now 870 North Mountain Avenue, Upland, California. I'm trying to remember 916.
And Upland. No, but it's because you just moved, don't you?
Yeah,
And the
this
facilities
is our
are nice.
new office. Thank you. It's a
Yeah.
2,000 square footage, but we still have our original office in the front.
And some of the nurses are cute. That's the important thing because I hit the key. I remember my dad thought, agarrarme a alguien bonita. But you know, the thing is that's what I'm telling you guys, man. This is, you have at least to maybe call her if you have questions.
Yes.
I mean, one of your loved ones is sick right now.
Yes.
It's a good time to reach out because, look, guys, I'm just saying, you don't want to think about that time, but it's going to happen to all of us. And,
Yes.
you know, go to church. But at the end of the day, is you want a company that is, I'm sure there's, you know, we can do some research or whatever.
We're going to be having shows monthly or every other week if you would like. But there's so much subjects we can touch on. The one that I'm really focused on is, of course, the Alzheimer's. Also, bullying, how we can
see, that's another
make
thing.
it aware that it is very important that our employees come to us and ask us, you know, any questions or if they feel like somebody isn't treating them with respect.
Right. Yeah, that's important.
Open door policy constantly.
Yeah.
The majority of my employees that I work with work in a really bad environment, and so I'm blessed to have them come with me.
And that's important because, you know, it's like you said, the bullying. I mean, people don't think about this.
Yeah.
But if you're, you know, I remember years ago, and this is a funny story. I got in trouble because, you know, I did some stuff. And my consequences was working at a convalescent.
No, I don't.
A convalescent home, I kid you not. And the other day, and it's funny because I was in there and I'm the, you know, I like to talk to the viejitos and, you know, ask them, and una señora me decía, me pegan. And I'm like, what the hell? So they were hitting her, and it was sad because, you know, you have people that really love it in there, there's people that hate it, and you can just feel it, man.
Yeah.
And then we just did a convalescent home. We went to a convalescent home. I dressed up as Santa Claus. And that was like a big, cool thing, you know. People get excited. But the sad part is that there was a couple there that says that their own kids don't even come and visit them. Dude, that's sad.
That's
I mean, that is something that I was like, wow,
we run
man.
into that a lot where they don't have any family.
Yeah.
You know, they have nobody.
Yeah.
And, you know, the thing when you take gerontology class, one of the things that really stuck to me about my professor in New Mexico was that, you know, touch. They want to be hugged. They want their grandchildren around.
It's like Mother said, they become kids again.
Yeah, they
you know,
but they want that. They want the warm feeling of having someone next to them, talk to them.
I feel like that all the time. I just need a hug. Once in a while, we need a hug.
Sober
So ponte las pilas. No, but the thing is this, mira, I'm not kidding. I think at the end of the day, it's very important to talk about those things because it is reality, man. And you know, I would hate to go pick up my dad or to go visit him because I would get more sad because, like, dude, no lo cuidan.
Yeah, you just want to pick them up and take them home.
Yeah, take them home, but I can't because, you know, I know that it'll get worse, right?
Yeah.
But those are important things that we need to touch bases on, and, you know, that's
Yeah.
why, you know, the whole thing I started is like, you know what, let's talk about reality. Let's talk about the real thing.
Exactly.
My mom used to say,
Beat around
and I
the
hate to
bush.
say this, my mom used to say, no le hagas de pedo, you know? Let's be realistic. Whether it's any kind of business you do,
Yeah.
but let's be, why not?
We have
What do you have to
We
hide?
gotta
You know?
keep it real, you know. I don't hold back. I stand my ground.
Yeah.
People that know my history know what I've been through.
Yeah.
And so, you know, bullying is the worst. Also, Alzheimer's, we really need to
Yeah, that's a big one.
educate our Hispanic community about that.
Yes, yeah.
Morphine is another thing. You know, I know it's, I've heard in the
What it
Catholic
does.
community, I'm Católica, but we need to make sure that our people know.
What it
It's
does.
okay to give it to them. You know, we don't want them to be in pain.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a lot.
And I could use some of that morphine right now. I'm just kidding. No, but I'm kidding. But anyway, a ver, Marta, ¿tú qué nos puedes decir más o menos? You know, ya el tiempo se está acabando, pero tell us what Blendship means to you, and are you going to be able to, you know, could we call you or something? Because I know I'll put your information.
Sure.
Just to kind of get information, or what do you think? You know, second opinion. I always think that's important, and I think, you know, I mean, I just from hearing you talk and, you know, getting to know you, I think it's gonna be good. I'm excited about this.
Even as an owner, I give myself. I don't, like I tell you, I don't come out and be like, oh, I'm the owner. No, I give everybody my cell phone number. I give all my patients.
Sometimes that can be not good. I just kidding.
So first
Don't get it on Facebook right now. I tell you. That's,
that's okay.
Yeah, eso no ahorita.
It's
Hay mucho,
okay.
you know.
It's alright. It might be busy, but it's
And I have to call, you know. We'll go back to you then.
Right.
A ver, Marta, so, una vez más, I mean, ¿cómo ves la compañía de Blendship? ¿Piensas que podemos recomendarla?
Definitivamente, es una compañía que trata al cliente con el corazón, con amor, es lo más importante. Siempre están al tanto, siempre están encima, siempre están queriendo saber cómo está el cliente, si hay necesidades para el cliente o para el paciente. Y Al
And
principio
kinda
yo decía,
thing-
I started getting annoying, you know,
Yeah.
because they call me every time. At the end of the day.
Es como los real estate, some
Yeah,
freaking,
exactly.
you know, and that's another thing we're talking about. You know, guys, I'm telling you, it's como todo, but you know what, it's funny because we're talking about it, and obviously, you know, the say your mom, dad are sick, or mom's sick, or whatever.
Yes.
But the minute something happens, you know, lo estás cuidando, whatever, ahí están todos, you know?
Yep.
It's like, oh, you know, now she's my mom, and now it's, and that's a sad
I
thing,
know.
but you know what I really wanna share with people is you got your life back,
Yes.
right?
Yes, thanks God, thanks God.
Yeah.
You know, I got my life back. I go back to work.
Yeah.
I go back to, you know, I still have my mom there, but I
Yeah.
have the support of Blendship.
Correct. And I mean, and that's kind of, you know, it's tough because when I was going through it with my mom and dad, I remember, man, we have to go to the hospital every day,
Yeah.
you know, just to kind of follow up with them.
It's hard.
And it's when it's the first time, you're like, you know, I'm just like, what, man, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're at the hospital. I mean, I was there overnight. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just, you know,
It's hard. Even going through chemo.
Yeah,
with
that was
my
tough.
mom. It's like, thank God she has her
Yeah.
sisters, you know, my dad or brothers when they can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's constantly going back and forth,
Yeah.
labs, chemo, you know, appointments,
Yeah.
follow up, MRIs, and
you gotta never right. That's what we're gonna call
no
Blendship.
gas money.
No, gas money. You can, but guys, I'm telling you, man, it's important to talk about this more. There's so many things we can talk about.
Yeah.
Excited because our friend's gonna return. We have a good
Yes.
friend coming. I won't share her name yet. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
and you guys, I'm telling you, it's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
So thank you so much for
Thank
obviously
you.
Thank
giving me
you.
more information, and I think it's you know, to share with the public, I mean, people we know,
Yes.
just even in my family or friends or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's key, you know, and I think
It's-
and I want to learn more about it.
Yeah, and we're growing. I was pretty, you know, we hit our goal. We've had over 73 patients since May. It hasn't even been a year.
Wow.
So we hit numbers high, and it goes to show you that, you know, like I said, we're not.
What you're
about the
doing is
money.
you're doing it right,
Thank you. Yes.
right?
Thank you.
And that's key.
It's passion.
Because I'm
We
telling you,
don't
man,
get
cuando no hay negocio, you're like, what the hell am I doing? I'm not doing anything right. So,
And I
anyways,
believe they cover all the areas.
Yeah.
Or
We've
most
been-
of the areas.
Yes, we've been
Uh-huh.
covering Pomona. We have some stuff in Almani.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're Temecula, Murrieta, Lake Elsinore. I even have, if I had to.
but you know what?
Hospice.
Like going, because you know, obviously, in what I do, right? I'm a title guy, but I work with a lot of real estate agents. But I think it's key just to educate yourself as an agent or whatever, because digamos que you go to a listing presentation, right? And you know something's wrong. I mean,
Yes.
what if you could recommend somebody, or just even talk to, hey, look, you know, I have this company I know, blah,
Yes.
blah. I think that, I mean, that's kind of your situation. I mean, you've been doing real estate for a long time, and obviously that's, you know, when you were going through that, you were stressed out and all that stuff. And when you met them, it's just,
Yes.
it fills that void.
Exactly.
It's not easy. It's not
Yeah.
easy.
Yes.
I just thank God first, you know,
Yeah.
for.
And I
for
see some
being able
pictures,
to-
a video of your mom, and her mom's like
Yeah.
having cancer.
Yeah.
You know?
she's
Her mom,
Yeah.
She's straight out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y eso, you know, I'm telling you guys, eso es something that is tough, but es un placer estar con ustedes. I'm very excited. We're gonna do it in Spanish as well, and you know, we'll keep doing classes. I think because it's just education,
Yes.
and it's
definitely.
key. But if you have any questions, guys, go to our website. Also go to Blendship because I tagged it on here. Guys, it's gonna be exciting to learn more. If you're interested, we're gonna be even doing classes in Orange County. Come out to one of our events. I mean, you know, I have a lot of people that I'm gonna talk to. I mean, doctors, nurses, friends of mine that I think, you know, just to find the right company at the end to service, you know.
Yes.
And I'm sure it's something that maybe you don't want to talk about it now, but trust me, you
Yeah.
will be calling
I
Blendship one day.
will be, yes.
So-
Also, hopefully the next time we have
Yeah.
the whole team here. This was kind of just an introduction.
Yeah.
But we'll be having a blessing
Yeah.
next time with the team here. So hopefully.
And you know what? Another thing too is that Lisette was going to bring is we're also going to be interviewing some doctors. I think
Yes.
just to find out exactly what to look for, you know, especially
Yes.
old timers, you know,
Exactly.
and stuff like that. Because you know, I don't know, man. I go one thing en la vida se cambia y se tiene que cortar todo. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I love you guys, and once again, guys, thank you for listening to the
Thank
Fred Reyes
you.
Show. And we're gonna do a lot more stuff. Peace out.
Thank you.
God bless.
Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
That was good.
Finishing.
Who's it?